Welcome back to STL TV Live. We're talking about Shakespeare in the Streets, and for the last 2 years, the Shakespeare in the Streets team has offered informal opportunities for conversation and engagement. This year, in light of current events and audiences' eagerness to respond to the material, there will be a talkback after the show. Alec Wild, the director of Good in Everything, tells us more. So I think this is really interesting because the play is an adaptation of a Shakespeare play, but it's bringing in storylines of the neighborhood that it's taking place in. This year it's in Clayton, looking at the high school, looking at the whole program of DSEG program. And so now you have this panel that's really going to discuss some of the issues that are raised. Is that correct? Yeah.
On Friday night after the show, there's going to be a panel along with the playwright Nancy Bell, and we're going to talk about the desegregation program and the inequities in the educational opportunities for whites and blacks in St. Louis. I think it's an important issue. It's something that I think we should be talking about. And because we're doing a play that deals a lot with the desegregation program and a relationship between two of those students, we thought it was a good opportunity to have that conversation.
And I think it's important to note with the production, you have professional actors alongside people in the community.
We do.
Alongside.
Yeah, that's one of the most exciting things about it. We bring in pretty much a cast of half professionals and half community people. It's wonderful because the professional actors are helping the community actors learn how to act, and the community actors are helping the professional actors actually learn what Clayton's all about. So we have great moments in rehearsal where somebody will raise their hand and say, I don't think I'd say something like that. I think I'd say it like this. So they get to contribute in a great way to the creation of the play.
And how is that for you as a director? Because on one end, you're not working with professionals who might know sort of staging and...
Yeah, it's wonderful because I just learn so much, about people. And part of a director's job is to work with a wide variety of people and working styles, So I get to sort of figure out a little bit about each person and try and help them do their best job.
So with your background, I'm going to throw it, you went to Yale for graduate school and you've worked with alongside some celebrities, you've done a lot of different stuff. What is different about this? I mean, this kind of experience of doing something literally in the streets with professionals, but also with Joe Schmo, who's going to be in the play. I mean, what's unique about it when you think about all that you've done in your career?
Yeah, what's unique and gratifying about it, I think, for me, is that it really is a community engagement project. Rick Dildine, who started the idea of SITS, we call it SITS, Shakespeare in the Streets, saw all these streets boarded off in St. Louis. You'd go down a street and there'd be a dead end, or there'd be these pylons and you couldn't go. And he asked when he got here, why is that happening? And people said, we're doing it for crime. And he thought, well, why not shut a street down in the name of art and community? And I think that's a great question to ask and a great thing to do. And I think that's why what we do is really exciting and unique and important. It's really about engaging the community in something that is, and shutting down a street for positive reasons in sort of opposition to the negative reasons that they get shut down.
And how do you think the community responds to Shakespeare? Because it's one thing, this is a big theater town. I mean, there's a really healthy theater community here. But when you get into Shakespeare, some people feel it opens that up a bit more, and then also some people are alienated by it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Shakespeare can be off-putting. It's hard to understand. But one thing that's important to note in Shakespeare in the Streets is that we adapt it. So it is in largely contemporary language, although there are lines and words from Shakespeare taken. But it should be very, very accessible, even to the young ones. So we hope that also lots of kids get brought.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And I have to ask about, even though I know you didn't write it, you're directing it, but Good in Everything, how does that then come about? Like in the end, is that really what is it all about?
Yeah, it's a line from the actual As You Like It. In the actual play As You Like It, the Duke who is in charge is exiled, and he goes to the forest and to escape his exile, and brings along a sort of loyal band of men, and they're all depressed because they can't find food and they can't find water, and he reminds them in a speech that that they can find good in everything if they just look for it.
Because As You Like It is all the world's a stage?
Yes, all the world's a stage.
But no, I didn't realize Good in Everything is also the other.
It's not as well known a line, that's for sure.
But I got it. Well, that puts it all together. No, I think this is really interesting. Thank you so much for being here, and good luck with this weekend. Yeah. And we have to remind people that this is actually free, so we've got that information one more time for you on the screen. Good in Everything. It's absolutely free, downtown Clayton, and it's an adaptation of As You Like It. But as Alec pointed out, it's really looking at Clayton, the community of Clayton, students in Clayton, and the history of the DSEG program in Clayton, and it turns into a funny, lighthearted, interracial love story.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I want to see the script, but go check it out. It's this weekend, September 18th through the 20th.
Yes.
So thank you again for being here.
Thanks for having me, Sarah.
All right, well, we're not done yet. There's more of STL TV Live coming your way. We'll be right back after this.